Hey guys, and how's it going? We're going to do something a little different than automotive slash gas powered video and do something a little different as far as a repair or at least a tear down. We're going to go find out. Backstory on it is I went and visited my parents. They have a fridge that they fixed the ice maker on twice, gave up on it after, paying probably whatever the repairman was to come take care of it, probably 200 bucks a pop. Went and bought a standalone ice maker. That's what you see in front of you. That probably lasted, I don't know, about a year or two, and that went on the blink. So while I was there, my dad asked me to go take a look at it and see if we could do anything with it, and we did, but didn't really have anything to work with tool-wise. So we were able to get it, I think, to work one cycle when it was apart and then died again. I have a idea what's going on. Again, I just didn't have any tools to work with. So I figured it'd make for a good video. We could either just go take it apart, dissect it, see how it works, possibly even get to the point where we fix it. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the idea is it captures ice in the upper basket here. In the lower section, water gets stored. Might need a little bit more than that, I'm not sure. So turn it on, and it has, we could probably do it open. You can see the motion of it. It's got a little scooper in it. When the ice is done, normally it would dump it into there. Right now it's just doing a cycle. And it's going to grab the water from down below and fill up a cup that's upside down. That's what you hear going on right there. Put a little bit more water in it. It's asking for water. Yeah. I'm going to reset it. We'll hit it again. There you go. It's probably a little bit better view to see what's happening. So let's turn it off, turn it back on again. That's the cup I was talking about. That physically just has a pump that circulates water through it. Doesn't look for a level. It just kind of runs it for a certain period of time. Again, I only know this because I just screwed with it a little while ago. And then it'll just overflow. We should actually go to, let's go to large ice cubes. And what will happen is it'll actually overflow the water. See how it's running back in again? It just fills it to that thing is full. After it runs for a certain period of time, the little, I don't even want to call it udders, hanging down, those things in the back, they'll freeze up. You'll hear the AC come on. And what that's going to do is they're going to chill. They're going to form those round ice cubes. When it's done, I think it just cycles for a certain period of time. I don't know if it looks for, it's not looking for size or anything. It's a certain amount of time that it runs. This will rotate back again out of the way, so all the water will be gone and the scooper will be back. The ice cubes will still be stuck on those udders. Then they heat up for a little bit and they release, they drop, and then this will scoop one more time, scoop forward, and dump the ice now into this basket again. Once it's full, I think it jams this little door. If the door can't move forward anymore, it kind of knows it's full and it knows to stop. What was happening was it couldn't make a complete cycle. It would go so far, and the motor was jamming up and shaking and chalkiness moving forward. But I'm going to bring you back after that freezes up, when it starts to do its cycle, and we'll see what happens. Watch it works. Be my luck. Of course it works. I have a feeling there's a electric motor that runs this, and the motor shaft was all rusty. We didn't take the motor apart, but we tried to lube it from the outside of it. I have a feeling over time maybe the lube did get in there and kind of help do what it needs to do. We may take it apart anyway, just for the sake of seeing what the guts are in it, and maybe we'll take that motor apart and do a fix. I'm gonna let it cycle a couple more times to see if it jams up. Again, like I said when we were going through it, it did it one time and then failed after that. So I'm gonna let it run. If it does not do what it's supposed to do, I'll bring you back. Either way, I'm gonna bring you back. All right, so I brought it home. I'm gonna turn it off. I'll turn it back on. And here's what's happening. So that should come all the way forward and do a scoop into the hopper down below, and it's not. You hear the motor kind of like, hear the motor binding and grinding. You kind of help it along. Try it one more time. Cycle. So that never came all the way up, and there's a proximity switch it has to make for it to go do its thing, and it is broken again. Well, good, at least we get to go tear it apart, bring it back to the garage. All right, let's go open this thing up, see what makes it tick. We're probably going to pull this outer skin off. I would say this one. Let's go with the back one. In we go. Basically looks like a miniature air compressor. Miniature AC unit. That's exactly what it is. Our motor, which is in question, is right there. Again, I was with my dad's place taking a look at it, and didn't have any much tools to get it apart. We're gonna see what we can do to influence ourselves a little better. Right, we got to get this top section right off of it. Let's see if we got any hardware to remove. Take one there, possibly four. We may have to get it with a regular screwdriver. Let's see. He wants to leave now. Got a couple wires holding the top. What does that go to? That goes to the control panel. Let's flop that out of the side. Actually, do you want to function test it now? I think we can see it a little bit better. Let's throw some water in it, plug it in, turn it on, and let's see if we can watch it function. Just enough to cover that screen down below. think if the pump runs dry. And go give it power. That should be able to come all the way up. Will help it. So it probably thinks it's ice jammed right here, and it's probably going to shut off before that, thinking it's full. See if we got a fault. Yeah. It's not even sitting in the right spot. It should be sitting like that. And I think it's whether you have it on small or large ice cubes is what angle it sits on. So maybe for small ones, it's like that. Let's see what it's set on. No, it's on large. I think it's kind of out of whack. I think for small, it'd be like that, so the ice only comes up so far. I don't know. Either that, it might be just a cycle time, how long it makes the same size, maybe just not as long. And then the AC just kicks in. Starts chilling all those up, and then again runs for, I think, what was it, 5-6 minutes, makes the ice cubes. When it's done, it cycles, heats these elements up, kicks it back, runs one more cycle, scoops the ice cubes down into the front. That's it. Let's go turn it off, dump the water out of it. It's got micro switches on the side. Which side is it? This side. Yeah, it should be hitting those switches to tell it what position to be in. I don't think it ever. You never mix this one. Let's go pull the motor. Yeah, looks like it's right there. We should be able to push that to the side and have it pop up for us. There it goes. It's one side. Oh, 2 more screws I gotta get rid of. One right there and one right there. That looks like the fill hose. Maybe take that off. And let's see if we can wiggle this whole assembly out of here. have to take those two screws out. Right where it is. We're just trying to get to this. It is unplugged. Let's get this cover off. There you go. How those two motor wires go. It is these two. So white. The white goes to the left, black goes to the right. You can remember that for me? Alright, now we got some slack. One more screw. Let's just say it doesn't want to come apart without a fight. It's still not going to come apart without a fight. Because it needs a little baby Phillips. Let's see if we can sneak that motor out of the side. Take the two screws off of it right where it is. Because it is not liking the gingerly persuasion I'm giving it. Alright. I got it. Not making a sound of cracking plastic. And there we got it. Well, there's a little bit of rust, huh? See if we can work that right out of there. Alright. I'd say we plug it back in. That's what we shot oil on. You can see it actually bleeded some of the rust out of it. Not a great design, huh? You think you got a product that works with water and you make something that is inherent to rust, literally a ½ inch from the water. Inevitably it's gonna do that. Let's go plug it in and see if it can make a complete cycle or not. Alright, what do we say? White to the left? That's what we're gonna do. Hope it's right. We'll just run backwards, right? Alright, let's get that on there. And I would think it's not plugged in yet. It's going to want to see these switches hit. Let me go set that cover back on so we can hit the buttons and be out of harm's way. Alright. Plug it back in. Watch the smoke come out. Yeah, the whole bushing is turning. I don't think that's supposed to turn. I think that's supposed to sit still, and it's supposed to turn on the inside of that. Let's hit power. Let's go ahead and switch. Make it think it's went somewhere. Okay. Oh, there. Yeah, it just kind of crunched on itself. Not sure what's inside there. Yeah. I don't know if it's just like maybe half a gear and it goes so far and it stops and hits, or is it supposed to... I'm just gonna start pumping water or not. Go hit it again. Yeah, though. Yeah. It gets kind of growly at one spot. I wonder if we could throw a pair of pliers on there. I wonder if it just hits resistance and it flips itself over, or because there's really no proximity switch or nothing. There's only 2 wires going to it, you know. Does it maybe sense a current gets so high that it switches itself? And grab a pair of pliers. I wonder if the circuit board, you know, sees that it draws so much power. Yeah, I could push it through. So we're going to open it just for the fun of it. We'll see what makes it tick. Yeah. Let's go shut it down. Let's see if we can open that up and we'll see what's inside there. Now, what kind of shape it looks like. Again, I have a feeling it's this collar and this this is supposed to be probably like riveted to the case, and that's supposed to spin on the inside of it, but we're gonna go find out. You think a pair of wire cutters maybe we can get in there? Might have to get one a little finer pair. Yeah, we can see if we can get a little tighter pair. All right. No use serviceable parts. I don't think they're talking to me though. Prove them wrong, maybe. Open it up, parts just go flying everywhere under spring-loaded pressure, right? You think it's like half a gear that goes back and forth, or you think it's just continuously supposed to spin? What's your thoughts? I'm gonna say it's something supposed to spin all the time. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I think we may have a chance to fix it, but get under there. It's always the last one, right? I'll just maul the crap out of it till I eventually get it. I think we got it. Anything down here? If I was smart, I would have brought a little tiny screwdriver over with me. Actually, we got the pick. Let's go see if we can get under there. Problem is, I think this is probably supposed to stay there with it. And we're going to end up lifting that out of there. Going in. Launch it. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't see any gear that's a half a gear. I'm glad they all do what they're supposed to do, but oh, that's wicked tight. You think that's a problem? Did you hear it? Hold on. Yeah. So. Yeah, so that's what it must do. It must be able to sense like a current draw on the motor must go up, and it kicks it the other way. So we could just take a quick peek at the gears, make sure there's no broken teeth. I don't see any. You? Alright. Let's go and take this on a wire wheel at first. At least we'll get some of that heavy crap off the outside of it. And see if we can maybe push that whole assembly right out of there. If we can get it out of there, then we can kind of clean up the bore that it's in. And that's exactly what it did. It seized up on that. Alright, wire wheel. Let's see how much this is going to fight us. I might try taking a socket that's bigger than this and we'll set it in the socket. Let's just see if it'll want to drop out of there first though. We'll give her a couple of love taps first. That would be a no. Alright, let's go with... I'm not going to have that one. Let's go with that one. Kind of support ourselves all the way around, you know. Yeah, let's see if that'll do it for us. Yeah, it's just bending the whole thing. Any thoughts? I put penetrating oil back on it. I don't think it's really going to do it for us though. And we can't push that gear off. The gear has to go. Can it? Can the gear come off this way? Right? I don't know. It would have to go that way because it just gets fatter. Right? That's fatter than that, so the gear has to come off this way if it's going to come off. Actually, I whacked on it when I hammered it. It freed that whole thing up. Let's... I don't think that's where it's supposed to be though. I'm going to grab this with a pair of pliers. And we're going to see if we can get this to turn separate from that. Because nothing's a given that's not supposed to spin on that. I just wouldn't think so. You would think it would just kind of, over time, just egg that sheet metal out, right? It's the whole idea of having a bush in there. Why would you, what would be the sense of having that then? Plus we got to get this plate apart just to hammer it flat again. Alright, let's go get a little pair of pliers on that. Maybe we'll stick this in the vise and see if we can grab underneath it with a pair of pliers and see if we can make that turn from that. Alright, why don't we'll hit it with a Sharpie. That way we can kind of tell if we do get some movement, you know. We'll call it right there. And we'll see if those two lines change from each other. Get it up enough where I can still get the little pliers underneath it, you know. Catch it right there. Okay, let's see if we can grab it. Wow. I said we got it to move. But boy, that thing was locked up solid. No wonder why I wouldn't hammer out of there. Yeah, we got it to turn. I think maybe we can use that. I'm gonna throw some penetrant on it and I'm going to work that, see if I can, maybe with the pliers, you can work that ring back and forth and get it to drop down. Hope it focuses on what we're looking at and not focusing at the tool bin behind us. Get you in the eye? And let's go see if that'll work for us. Don't want to beat that up too much either, because we still have to get past that, you know. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah, that's on there. I gotta bite it better. Probably a little pair of needle those vice grips wouldn't hurt. I see a gap. I think we got it. Got it part of the way anyway. We're probably gonna have to re-rivet that back on too, so the whole motor's probably $1 on the internet, but that's not the point. The point is us winning on the repair. You got it. Oh, man, that thing was nasty. Yeah, so that, yeah, exactly, that's what it was. So that got peened over on that cover to hold it, but in turn that ring started just rotating on the cover instead of the rotation there. What a crappy design, huh? You'd think they'd at least make, say, like this pin out of stainless, or both of these out of stainless. They put 2 stainless screws in the top, but not the part that's literally right there. Alright, let's go clean that back up on the wire wheel. Get all that crap off of there. And we got to get these 2 pieces to play well together. I think that has to be able to spin on there. And hopefully we can get it all back together and all peened over. And I'm betting that if we put power to it this time, that motor will just keep spinning one direction, and not feel a bind. Alright, this time I think we're gonna not holding our hands on the wire wheel. We'll try a little dental persuasion. See if we can not fling it out of there. It's a new wire wheel. And get it to go even a little. As long as I don't lose it, launch it across the room. Hate when that happens. There, we get it. Yeah, I still need some more love right there. Watch your eyes. I think it's hammered, huh? Gotta watch, it's chewing the gear away. Lose half, 2/3 of a tooth on that one. I don't know, maybe a little piece of sandpaper. This is too fat to get in there. Alright, try polishing it a little. Polish my shaft with a piece of sandpaper. So hold a piece of like 240, I think. And we'll give it a little bit of sounds like it's doing something. A little bit that way. I'll try to get a little bit more right there. Just rotate it and see if we got it. I think that's going to be good enough. The question is, how are we going to go about getting this one? Probably run a drill bit. You know what we should probably do? Yeah, maybe we'll tap it back in the cover Maybe we'll run like a drill bit through it. Let's see how kind of fit we got now. Oh, we got plenty of room now. It should be the other way around, right? Yeah. And now it's got plenty of room. Let's see if we can get. I think we're gonna have to decave in that cover though. You can just smack it with a hammer. De-bend it. Like a, yeah, I remember what side of what goes. I would say we cleaned up that side, so this needs to go get popped into it. Get ourselves a little, eyeball it. What do you think? 12 millimeter? Top of that, see if we can get that to whack it with a hammer, you think? Watch your fingers. Well, as that tightens back up, and it's tight. And we gotta go see if our that's pretty good. I'm still going to run through with a drill bit. We'll clean some of that crap off of the inside of that. And then we got to get some kind of lube on there that's not going to get washed away. A little lithium grease or something maybe. Well, you should do it. Let's go with the next size down from that. Keep going. Probably just do a bunch of that, huh? Get any ideas? Not like we are looking to bore it out. I'm just trying to knock whatever rust is. Kind of. I say we call that for a win, huh? Yeah. All right, let's see if I can find something to goober on that. How about some dielectric grease? Seals, lubricates, protects, and insulates. Waterproofs electric contacts. How about waterproofing? Oh, so it's kind of chunky. You got enough? Right. It'd suck if that's on the wrong side. That's right. Might as well. We could probably throw some on all the gears, right? We'll goober that up. And we'll also go right. We'll lube the shaft too to keep that something over it to keep it from turning into that pile of rust it turned into. Hopefully they didn't chew this part of it up so much that it doesn't want to feed back into that what it goes into. Alright. I'm gonna go hit that with an air gun, blow some of that crap out of there before I put it back together, and we'll go back on the bench and start see if we can get this all fit back in. Got lighting around. I went with a different light. Let's see if that does not bleaches out as much. So that needs to sit. You can actually see there's grease already on those gears. I'm gonna leave them alone. Let's go and get that back in there. And all those points need to line back up so there are little perspective holes on the lid. That might be a myself, huh? I can see him. See all but that one. Yeah. Oh, he's winning the crowd. Yeah, it seems like all but that one right there. There it goes. Right, now we gotta bend all those little tabs back. I might go pop it in the vise and just tap on it sideways. Yeah, I'm gonna go pop this in the vise. I'm not gonna show you that. I'm just gonna bend these corners back in for us and crush the lid back on it, and we'll plug it back in and see what it does. Think it still spins? Find out. Hopefully it's just not crushed down too much now. Okay. What was on the left? Yeah, probably doesn't even matter, but let's plug it in. See if that thing goes roundy round. Keeps going round and round. It's humming. Bottom bushing's not turning. There we go. Let's go hit power. So it's got two things. It's got limit switches, so it knows where it is. But I guess if it feels like it has a jam, probably for, you know, if it thinks ice is stuck and the motor locks up because of it and then backs up and goes the other direction and tries to clear the ice again. That's a guess, but that's what I'm thinking. Good. Let's go put that back in there. We'll squeeze all that stuff back in. We'll give it a cycle test and see how she does. Before I put that back in there, but look how nasty that is. Let me get this up out of the way a little more. It's hooked to the cooling. I don't want to bend that too much, but look at all the crap that's on there. That's nasty. For something that's, you know, you're supposed to be making ice cubes to put in your drinks. It's pretty crazy. You think they would come up with like some food grade silicone or something to put on there to stop all that crap from happening. That would be better ingesting than, you know, you can get yourself a tetanus shot for having a cocktail. Can't really get you in there with the camera. Got the two screws on there and loosened another one up, gave me a little bit more wiggle room. We got to line the slot is facing that way, completely the other direction. Let's see if we can actually just grab that motor and rotate it. Yes, we can. Alright, so right about there. To get everything to pop back together without snapping little pieces of plastic all over. That's got to go in there. And that's like a little, I didn't have to take that screw out, I guess. It's like a little probe. Maybe it's a temp sensor, I don't know. That's got to go under, over, through the woods to my mother's house. See where that screw started. And I think we can snap everything back in. I gave it a bath. I got to go rinse it in the sink. And I scrubbed all the cruddies off of most everything I can get. Is that a word? Cruddies. And what's holding this up? We just jam it in there. Just slam down on it. You know what I think it is? I think for me bending it up, I have a little bit of a tweak on those. Those wires gotta get tucked in. That's the icon. In. In. Yeah, that's just holding it up. A little too much gentle persuasion on my part. That's not good. That's got to get tucked in there. Down. Down, I say. And there goes the compressor. Alright, we got 2 screws to go in the side. You get the idea. You don't need to watch all that. I'm going to put a bunch of screws in it, and we'll fire it up. Hey, you ready to try it again? I rinsed it out in the sink. I didn't want to run the pump and get the soap up into the, that part of it. All right, let's go. Now we just need to be able to hit the buttons on that. Oh, you know what? Then put the wires on. That'll do it. Getting ahead of myself. That's not going to do anything without any power now, is it? And where did they run? I think they went up through here, right? There. Looks like where all the other wires go. Because it's got that black cover that still goes over that stuff. And the white. And the black. Alright, now spin it around. Put you guys back upstairs. Let's go plug it in one more time. This time I should do something. Minor technicality, not having it. Alright. It should hit those proximity switches. Good. Now let's fire it. We need power. It's already on large. Ha! Make you want to pee? I think it just does that, fills up to so much, and then the excess will run back into where the water is down below. It's got that little basket. This is what actually captures the ice. Sits up above. I think you got to kind of remove the ice though. I don't think like the whole thing stays chilled on the inside. Probably what happens is the ice just kind of melts. If you don't use the ice, melts, goes back into water and recycles and just keeps making ice cubes. Yep. Now just a little AC system kicked back on. It's going to chill those. That's the pump for the water down below. Grabs it from the reservoir, brings it up there. Is there anything else I forgot? I think we could just put that cover around the back. Let's just have to get back on, tuck the wires back in. Yeah. Little cams at the switches. They're wet. That's like a bad system, all except for that one area that it failed. Which that's a common issue with them. Alright, we'll let that chill out. They're already getting, you can see that That first one's already got ice on it. Got a hair in there too. I'll rinse it out a couple more times. That might be from the wire wheel one. Alright, well, let's go let that thing do its thing. You see the pipes getting cold going around. If it works twice, it's a win for me. Alright guys, well I'm going to go finish putting the covers back on, dump the water out of it, put all the covers back on it, and let it run through and let it see if it fills up the bucket. If that's good, I'm good with it. And it went all the way till it went full. It's got I think it's got an eye right there. Right there. Don't judge. Is it a good sign if there's no parts left over?